God or devil, light or darkness, right or wrong, good or bad, white or black. Which one? I know we all want to actually be light and be these beautiful beings that are creating things in this planet. But what if I tell you that you cannot find light without darkness? I have always tried to find light. I have always tried to do the right thing and aim for the stars. But what I never ever saw in my life and just came up recently is that to be able to go up to the light and connect with other beings and other spiritual creatures, even channel the cosmic awareness of this universe, I need to embrace parts of me that I have not looked into it, and they are quite dark. And when I say dark, it can be darkness because I have inherited from my past lives, or it can be darkness that I have brought into my life through my own trauma. So there's two ways that you actually get in darkness. One is from the past lives, and the other one is from your own trauma as a child, as a inner, as your inner child has been traumatized through different people, different experiences, and different surroundings. Now, I have gone into this darkness just recently, and I tell you what, it is a force, right? It is a formidable force because I've been always unbalanced, trying to get into my light and don't look into my darkness because looking into the darkness is not a good thing because that's what I was told. And finally, I realized that by not looking into the darkness, by actually not confronting my demons, I have detached myself, my holiness, my whole beingness into two. And therefore, I'm only functioning not even half because really my light needs work. So, what I'm telling you is the most important lesson you will ever have in your life. The most important lesson that you will ever learn. I'm not saying don't be positive because I'm Mr. Positive. I'm not saying don't be into the light because, you know what, Jesus has been my friend. I'm not saying all that. All I'm saying is that you have to address your darkness and your trauma. Now, I found a lot of anger and a lot of fear in me. And what I found was that it wasn't even mine. It was inherited. Some of them from my past lives, because I had to experience them in these lives and dissolve them. But most of them come from my mother's womb. Yeah, believe it or not. The trauma that my mother has gone through, the pain, the suffering, the fears, and the anger that she had gone through the 9 months of pregnancy has changed my life. So my mother's suffering became my suffering. And it will always be suffering of other people because I will push the same agenda into others. So do yourselves a favor. Find your trauma. Find your pain. Find what you suffer. What is the problem? If you're not in joy every single day of your life, that means there's something you need to address. And it's fine if it's the society, it's fine if there are others, which they always come to our lives to identify our own issues. So if you think that people come to hurt you, just guess again, because really these people come to your life to help you understand your pain. And I had many broken relationships. My ex-girlfriend has been that way, always pointing the finger at me and blaming me and judging me and all that. And she was playing my mother's role. So I attracted this woman because of my mother. So I can actually open up my eyes and see my trauma and my suffering that for most of us comes from the female, believe it or not. Because this is the first connection, the first 9 months that we are in our mother's wombs are the most critical. And of course, after you were born, your environment. So you might be traumatized, hurt, and betrayed and abandoned as an infant. And then you have your upbringing, you have your childhood, which childhood plays different ways. So you might be abused or hurt from your father, and you try to find ways to resolve this problem, of course, because you remember that, and you know what this person has done to you. But unfortunately, you cannot see the underlying pain that you have suffered. So it's very important to try and get into your pain. Pain, trauma, suffering, nail it. I know it hurts. It is very painful. It is very difficult. But my last spiritual journey was an eye-opener. I realized what I've been missing out in my whole entire life, right? The whole entire life is all about finding the center of your beingness. What is your center? And if you cannot find the center, then you will never be centered. And therefore you will never be able to enjoy your greatness and your abilities, because you all have them. We are all magical creatures. We have so much magic within us. It is unbelievable. Now, lots and lots of different organizations, they've tried to shut this magic down. And I can go into religions. I can show exactly how we've been pushed to obey others. It can be we obey them, the priest, God, whatever. I don't want to go there because it's full on, and it has taken me many years to unravel that. So for someone who's watching it for the first time, you might be a little bit overwhelmed. So I don't want to go there. I don't want to lose you. I want to actually push you somewhere else. Just try to find the trauma. Find the aspects of your personality that you have detached. Either because you try to be a good boy or a good girl, because you had to do the right thing for your mommy or your daddy, because you had to obey the rules, because every human being is a slave of the parents. We live not our lives, we live their lives. We don't live our dreams, we live their dreams. And it is such a painful experience to know that now you are old and adult and you have never lived your life. So how that feels? How that feels knowing that as you die, you will remember that you want to do this and this and this and this, but you never had a chance and you feel hurt within you. How that feels? How does it feel to know that your purpose has never been able to be addressed because you're not a full person? Because you've been always trying to do the right thing, ignoring who you really are and what you've got within you. I'm not saying we are dark. Spirits are not dark. Spirits are spirits, right? We all come from the same kind of realization, the same source in many ways. We're all parts of the same cosmic awareness. Now, to be able, though, to be part of that, you need to find not only how to get there, but what you can use to take you there. It's different to say, I can go from Earth to Mars. And you say, okay, well, I can organize all that. Yep, I've got this and this and this. I've got all the right understandings, how to survive in Mars, what to do there, and all that. And missing out the point that, first of all, you have to get there first. How do you get there? Do you know how? Right. Number one. And number two is by connecting to this kind of alignment, you're missing out this alignment. And this alignment is called Earth. We're missing out who we really are and our purpose on this planet. So connect to your purpose. Go into yourself. This is where your purpose starts, from within you, from your heart, from your mind, and from all the blockages and traumatic events that have happened to your life. Now, dissolve all the dark elements that you've been hiding, even from your own conscious awareness, and you cannot see it. And I have seen lots of people going into that area, trying to do the right thing for the mommy, or trying to do the right thing for school, and actually allow themselves to detach from their own truth. So, find your truth. Find the strength to be able to get there. Draw the light into your darkness. Open up your darkness and learn who you really are, so you can become what you really want to become. This is Lucas from Every Life. Take care of yourselves.